Hello, good morning, buenos dias. How you doing? Well, temperature today, 28 degrees. It was cold last night. Had to have a blanket on. I was so cold. I'm not used to these really cold nights. So I was very cold this morning. So what we got this week on this week's show? Here we go. Pictures of the week, climate, markets, BTC, precious metals, news. Meow and Jim's travels. Yep, they're still traveling around Thailand. They're going to be back next week. I'll probably see them in the French bakery. Dave in the USA has sent me some lovely pictures from the US. And it's my visa time. Well, I'll get the visa time out of the way really easily. I got the application this week. Well, I filled it in, and all I've got to do is apply. So nice and simple. Nice and simple. Good morning, Al. Sorry I can't reply really. But it's hard doing the show and charts and talking. It's quite difficult. Here we go. Let's have a look. So that's what's going on in the show. So this is the picture Dave sent over. He was visiting his very sick uncle, and he sent me these pictures, and I thought they were so nice. I had to just pin them up because that mountain in the background is just it's the snow, the snow up there this time of year in July, so that's just great to see, and the lovely green trees and the mountains behind, and Dave's lovely smile. Just couldn't help myself, had to put him in. And I found this little deli place on the other side, on the dark side, make lovely homemade cakes and breakfasts and brunches and even pizza. Very, very nice. And I highly recommend this place. I was reading some reviews where people were saying this is expensive. I don't think this is expensive. So maybe it's just me or not, but I'm not saying it's cheap, but it's definitely not expensive. And the delicatessen is fantastic value. If you want sliced Edam, so all the guys who have travelled Europe and lived in Europe, if they do a sliced Edam in here, which they slice really finely for you, which is a cheese from Holland, and they also do the Italian Napolese salami. Amazing value for money, both of those. So highly recommended. Went to Valley View for a breakfast. That's what come up like, very nice. That was me on the left. I've got to lose some weight. Look at me, I'm such a fat bastard. That's me on the left, and I was in the bakery there, next to the deli. Very nice. Then I couldn't help myself. End up going to what's this called? This place, Haru. That's it, Haru, Japanese restaurant. I tend to do solo visits here. I just find it easy just to go by myself, and I just get up and go on a whim. So it's quite nice. So I just kind of get up and go, and it's nice going in the group, but it's also really nice going by yourself. And anyway, so that was me in Haru. Very, very nice food there. Tempranillo prawns. This is the Wagyu. The Wagyu, very, very nice. All of this is nice anyway. Then my favourite, which is the salmon avocado, I adore. And this is the salmon, which is just very, very nice. I wasn't greedy. I only had 3 plates of that. And the buttered mushrooms, which I also enjoy. I like having a little bit of veg. And then on the way back, I popped into Craig's place, into the Hideaway in Bang Chang. This is a very nice hotel, highly recommended. It's the prices start from about 1,400 baht, 1,300 baht. You might get it cheaper, but the prices I saw, they were around about that price, and I think it's a very reasonable price. That's me on the outside there last Sunday in Valley View, and my car broke down this week. So while it was being fixed, I was just using bolts. So I was using bolts to go backwards and forwards to John TM and everything else, because it's only 600 baht either way. So this is my Bolt taxi. Look at it. It's classic, isn't it? A classic taxi. If you like that taxi, give me the thumbs up, because that taxi, it was like a sports car. It had no exhaust. honestly, but I gave the guy such a good review on Bolt because I really enjoyed being taken out in one of those cars. It was a truck, but it was like low on the ground. It was as bumpy as hell. But he was a very nice gentleman, and it was a very, very nice car. Ended up going to Route 66 last weekend. Had a massage, come out of a massage, and ended up going to Route 66. I really enjoy the food in Route 66, but I have the same every time I go there. I do not deviate. This is what I have. They do this unbelievable dish here, and it just suits me. That was the massage. Then I popped into the Wombat another day for breakfast. This is a cheese and onion sandwich that Steve specially prepares for me. And the cheese and onion sandwich is to die for. And that's what it looks like on the plate. So I have a 150 in soda because I don't drink alcohol. And I have a portion of chips. That's only a small portion, by the way. And then a nice cheese and onion toasted sandwich. That is an amazing dish here. Peaky Blinders Friday. I think there was like 5 or 6 of us. This was from last week. And Steve, E.T. done a special dish. This is one on the left, which is the scallops. So he done scallops and hams. And I had the Caesar salad, smoked salmon, and the gambas, the prawns, the tiger prawns. Amazing. Both dishes was amazing. I missed out. I should have gone for the scallops, but E.T.'s promised me is getting them back in. Here we go. Look at this. Look at this. This is a roast dinner. This is a roast dinner in Valley View restaurant, and this is the reason why I go there. This is a beef and pork roast lunch. Very, very nice as well. Hello, John. I don't know if he's up for this yet, but John, there you go. You're in the chat. There's the lovely E.T. John gave her a cider, and I said to him he should have gave her a San Miguel light to go with that and turned it into a snake bite. But I think she enjoyed that picture. But because it's not the best picture of AJ, and we all love AJ, I still got this picture. I had this picture, and I think this picture here of us on the beach that day is just a classic picture of AJ. You could turn that picture into a painting. It is unbelievable. And AJ and John and, well, everyone in the group, they're all good fun. We're all different, but we're all good fun. I then had to pop into where's this Valley View restaurant, and they do an unbelievable bacon sandwich. That is a bacon sandwich. So that's your bread, and that's the bacon coming out of it. There was enough bacon in there for 4 sandwiches, but it was very, very nice. And thank you, Steve. And your missus can cook big time. Andre gave me the good news in the week. He's back here in roughly, I think he's back here in about 8 weeks' time. So here's me on the left, and there's good old Andre on the right. Andre's from Switzerland. He works in IT support. Can you see the difference? We're like 2 twins. You can see where we both used to do the same job. Look at that. That's our COVID outfits when we was working remotely. Look, both in shorts and we're in shirts for Zoom calls. I've got a laugh, really. It's such a funny photograph. I like to edit. Again, anyone wants to contact me, that is my line QR code. Scan that with your phone and you can contact me. And this is the health insurance. On the right here, this is health insurance. I pay $132 a month. I'm 63 years of age. And that will stay the same as long as I don't claim. Yeah, and they will cover me up to I'm 99. On the left here, this is a new service. Again, it's got a line code, so you can scan it. And they will get all your medications for you and deliver them to your apartment. You haven't got to leave your apartment. So if you're not feeling that well and you need a pharmacy, it could be a good idea to use it. It's all through line, so to me it seems fair. It's only information, but that's what it's all about. Don't forget all the expert links like visas, agents, driving licenses, passports, blah blah blah, applying to come to Thailand, all in the description. And don't forget, loads of scammers, loads of more scammers have been arrested again this week. And I'm loving these scammers getting arrested. It is amazing. But anyway, the good news is more got arrested this week, which makes me very, very happy. So that's that part of the show, which is nice and easy. Next is climate. And the rainy season is here, as you know. And we have gone quite a few weeks without any rain, which has been a pain in the arse. Anyway, this was the view yesterday, and if you look closely on this, where I'm circling the mouse, that's my missus out there clam collecting with all the others. You can see all the clam collectors in the sea. Very, very nice. Anyway, so lovely clouds, very cool. It's so much cooler now. I love this time of year. And this is the monsoon. I put this up last week, and I know it's a bit of a geography lesson. I'm not trying to teach it to suck eggs. It's just the fact that this is where our weather comes from. So this weather sweeps across. And then yesterday, this was on Saturday, we had the monsoon sweeping across. We got hit by this monsoon yesterday. It was amazing. We had some great rain down here in Rayong and Chang, and Chang was right in the heart of it. It was very, very nice. I was a very, very happy fat boy. Caught another scumbag caught at the airport. This is a guy from Uzbekistan, and basically he persuades women to come over here, and it's just human trafficking and uses them in the sex trade. He tried escaping, but they caught him at the airport, and hopefully he'll do a very long time in a prison where I'm sure at 22 or 32 he'll make somebody a very nice wife. Thai government cracking down hard on drugs. 22 million meth pills, 620 kilos seized, 17 arrested. And from those 17, they probably end up arresting about another like 200-300 when they all grass each other up. Because, yeah, they all self-snitch. The elephant story. So we had an elephant which was being maltreated in Ceylon or Sri Lanka, however you want to call it. The king, God bless him, he actually financed the elephants being repatriated back to Thailand. And now that elephant who's got leg wounds on, he's doing very, very well. But this elephant who went to Ceylon at the same time is being looked after better. You can see he's got loads of food in front of him, and he's a very, very happy elephant. Can you see that? That's not a leg.
Let's say hello.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? You gonna say hola, or you gonna say smiley? Or all right, 1 second, I'll put you on there. And when's the best time to come here? My favourite time to be here is like now, really.
Dad, how do you say the Spanish?
Oh, no. You can just say it in English today, babe. Anna wants to say hello. This was happening when you work with kids. So, come on.
It's cold.
You going to come and say hello? Yeah, there's the microphone. Hola. She's having Spanish lessons. I'm giving her Spanish lessons. Hola, ¿cómo está?
Hola, ¿cómo está?
Right, say goodbye. Go back to your film.
Bye.
You going to do Swati? Swati Cup? Swati Cup. Yeah, well, she can speak it. She had to. She just couldn't help herself. She said, oh, Dad, I want to learn to speak Spanish. I said, fine, no problem whatsoever. I just love having. I know a lot of people probably think I'm barking mad, but I actually really do enjoy having a daughter, a young daughter. It's just really, really nice. It's so nice, and it's so different as well, because this is no disrespect to my mum and dad, who I love them to bits. But my mum and dad never sat down and done anything with me when it comes to education at all. They never come. They never. I'm not saying I didn't care. It's just that I was too busy working, and I was probably the same when I had my kids when I was younger. But Anna, where I've got the time and I'm putting the time in, we're starting to reap the benefits of that now. And she's like a sponge. So she's doing really well with reading, writing, and numbers, and of course languages. And as you can probably hear in the background, she's overall a really happy kid. Let's go right. So next thing is the markets. So here we go. Don't forget, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence and research. Investing and buying and selling is not an easy thing to do. Not everyone can do it because most people have got too much emotion when it comes to cash, whereas people like me have not. I really do hate cash. I see it as a pain in the ass. So I find trading easy, but I'm not saying everybody does. And the reason, and as a result, 92% of people who trade lose money. So for those 92%, just put your money into a good fund and just leave it and let it multiply. For the rest of us, we take our profits on the way up. So I'm not saying we're going to be better off than these people, because there's times in the market we miss out, but there's times in the market where we definitely gain, and I believe that time is now. Yes, I'm back in. So I went back in early last week, or late last week, and I went in at 902, and I bought 200 ounces, and I could have cashed out at 936, but I left them. I've just stayed in the trade. It's come back down again, and I could have cashed out, taken my profit, come back and gone back in again, because it actually went down to nearly where I was, or where I went in. It actually went down to that point, and it's bounced off that. So I've got a double bottom here now, and it's going back up again. So at the moment, it's trading about 922. So I'm happy with that. So I'm in platinum. I'm very, very happy. I also went back in on natural gas. And even though I've taken good profit from this before, I wanted it to come down to 250. Just didn't do it. And then I saw this little reversing candle over here, which I quite liked. I was watching this on a 5-minute one day, and I really enjoyed it. So I've gone back in, and although it's dropped down a cent, and in my case, that cent is a lot of money that is a lot of money. So I am slightly down at the moment, but this is a long-term trade for me. So I'm in at 2644, and I will stay there. I'm not going to cash out of it. I'll just stay there. As you can see from the MACD over here, the blue line's coming strictly down. So it's saying this is going to come down. But I honestly believe energy like gas and oil is going to do very well in the future. Because I believe the Americans, Fed, and the Treasury, they've lost the plot. So I reckon they're going to fuel the economy with inflation. And this is the S&P 500, and it shows you what value is to unspent value. And you can see at the moment, the shares are just so overvalued. And as this red comes down, the shares will go down. But the market's just overvalued at the moment. This is a nice little map as well. I got this off of somewhere or another. And this shows you like the S&P, gold, commodities, corporate debt, before and after recession. So look, this is the reason why I'm in gold as my main thing, because I really see a severe recession coming. I believe we're around here so we've had a top in the S&P, it's come back down again, it's come back up again, and this ain't going to change until the Fed stop raising rates and start decreasing. But when they start decreasing, we're in for a hard landing. Yeah, and they're going to have to do it because they can't afford to pay the debt back. This is the debt 1 week to the next. The clock was last week. and the clock on the left is the clock this week. And this is the problem the Americans got. Like last week, it was running. It's now running. Like debt is running at 122% of GDP. That is unsustainable. And the debt has increased by like 200 billion. The best part of 200 billion in a week. Unsustainable. You know, if you was a company doing this, you'd be bankrupt, and they just got to bankrupt themselves. And the other thing is, this is the public debt over here, and it is just going up, and they just can't control themselves. But as this goes up, the stock market will just carry on going up. But when it blows up, it will come down. Anyway, back to normal things. USD against Thai baht. Well, it's just doing really well at the moment. 35, over 35, you got to take it. It's actually safe to change money today. So if you're on Wise and you think, oh, I want to bring over money here on Monday or Tuesday, do it today, because Monday or Tuesday, it could go down. Because all the indicators on here are saying Monday it's definitely going to go down. You could recover on Tuesday or Wednesday, but you might get below 35 on Monday. So if you change your money up, I'll do it today. Australian dollar, this is a great time to change. You're at 23.5. That'd be on Wise. I would take that today. Because we're just coming up here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You've got a chance to get a couple more counts there before it dives, and you can see your blue line's well above your red. So you will get a good rate on Monday and probably Tuesday and Wednesday. But this will fall back a little bit because it just doesn't go up forever. Good morning, Steve. How you doing? Gave your restaurant a shout out this morning. Your marvellous food. Hope your wife's fingers are better. This is for Andre. Yeah, Andre, you can change over money today as well. This is unbelievable. The Swiss franc is always looking good. That's looking very, very strong. The Swiss franc and the US dollar are the best two currencies to hold. This is the euro, which I call monopoly money. Yes, it's swinging back up, but you know, one of these days, this is just going to implode because the euro is just bullshit. This is just debt. They just print the money. GDP versus Thai baht. Again, if I had GD pounds, I'd be changing the money over today. This is a great day to change money because you won't get this money on Monday. I reckon it's going to reverse. Look at this. I reckon it's going to reverse on Monday and come down. And that is for sure. The charts are telling you it's going to come down on Monday. So if you're in Wise and you want the best rate in GD pounds and you're going to get 45, over 45, 45.1 on Wise, I would take that today. Crude oil, which I thought would be down to 50 by Christmas, as I said in previous videos. Crude oil is saying, we don't believe what's going on here. And the Saudis are squeezing the market and they're forcing this back up. So it's back up to like 73. The way it's going, and it's going straight up, it could easily go to 80. So that could be a nice little swing trade for somebody on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. Natural gas, as you say, I'm down here. But I see this at 2.5. 2.5, this is a buy. So I might even go in and have a little bit more of this just to bring. So it means I'd have been in at 260. If I go in at 250, that means the overall price would be about 270, 2.7. So yeah, I might have that and go back in because this is going to go up. I honestly believe oils, gas, energy we're going to be in a strong position in that because we're so undervalued. Gold, although gold's come down, it's come down to 1930. Yeah, I wouldn't buy this really unless it drops below 1900. I don't see many buyers coming in to buy it. It's well up. It's going to come back down again. I'd love to see gold around 1600. It'd be such a great opportunity for everybody to get out of the positions they're in and into something which will go up far quicker. Silver, I see this is a lovely swing trade this week. Now we've got a slight reversal here at the end on thing, but this could be well worth going into a quick trade on Monday and coming out on Wednesday and just nicking $1 on each one you've got. But I would do that for an ETF. Easy to do. Platinum, yep. Well, I've already done platinum. So if it comes down to 905, it is a buy. But if not, I'm just going to let this ride up. I won't cash out of this until it reaches. I don't know. It might go at 9.50, and I might cash out, then go back in again when it drops off. Let's have a look. So, but I do like platinum. Platinum's been one of my favourite things for the last few years. I just love it. You know, it's a great product to swing trade. Palladium, I'm looking for this to come down to 1200. If this comes down to 1200, I'm in. But at the moment, it's so volatile. You can see these lines up and down. It just shows you how volatile it is. But you can, if you get in at the right time on Palladium, there's big money to be had. And you can tell these lines here when they're crossing over. They're clearly, that's an inline, that's an outline. You know, even this one, it's an inline, but you probably wouldn't have caught the peak because it just drops, and that is the trouble with it. You know, it goes up and it just drops. It doesn't really give you much of a chance to get out of your position. Bitcoin, well, Bitcoin made it to over 31, but as I keep on telling you guys, until it gets to over 31 and holds. Now, when I mean that, what I mean by that, Bitcoin needs to go above 31 and hold there for 5 days. If it holds above it for 5 days, it will go to 35. That's the way I see Bitcoin. Nasdaq, well, I just see this going up and up. It's the biggest balloon ever. I just couldn't invest into this at the moment. So if I was a new investor coming in, I wouldn't be invested in this because the market's too high. And I'm going to show you a couple of charts, reason why. To go in at this time, you could literally put yourself in serious positions of losing everything you've got. So just be wary of these Nasdaq. I know, like Jim Cramer likes pumping it, but it's all bullshit. And I still see on this is the chart I see every week. So this is our average returns in a recessionary bear market since 1871. And I honestly believe we are here. So we're having a peak, but I believe the Fed's going to put this rate up. So we could be staying here for a long time. And as I say, I don't believe we are going to have a recession until the Fed does its first Fed cut. When that happens, 9 to 10 months later or a year, 9 months to a year later, we're going to have a massive, massive recession or dip in the markets. S&P 500, again, totally overvalued. There's no value in this market. If you're already in it and you bought shares earlier on, fine. Take your profit, get out, I would. But most people just leave them in there. They just passively invest, which is not always a good idea to do. But if you look at it, it's gone up over the week. But again, it's just leading to a massive, massive bubble list. And it's not helping because money's just being pumped into the economy from the Fed and the Treasury. And the reason why I'm showing this chart this week is because I like this chart. This is going back to 1711. And the guy on the right is Isaac Newton. And he was probably the world's greatest ever mathematician that we know of. He was up there. He was up there. He was a big figure in history. Anyway, he invested in the South Sea Company and thought, wow, this is great, this is. And this is like, I think this is May. So this map here is only like of May of 2000, May in 1711. So he goes into the bottom here and says, oh, I'm very, very happy here. He put his money in, and he was obviously a millionaire anyway at the time, basically, but these were thousands. And he come out here and took a beautiful profit because that's where it come out. Absolutely come out, and he thought, oh, this is great. In the meantime, in between here and here, Newton told all his friends. So all his friends were investing down here as well. Now, when it got up to there, Newton's friends are getting very, very rich. So Newton thought, oh, for fuck's sake, I've got to get back in there. He's got back in there and invested all his money. Then, so we're here. And he went up a little bit higher, and he carried on going higher, but he left his money in because of greed. And then it just died. And when it died, it didn't go back up again. And Newton exit broke. He actually exited bankrupt. So anyway, if you look on YouTube, there's a good documentary called The South Sea Company Bust or something like that. Don't forget, we're up here. All this debt above our head. The world's the world's debt is killing all of us. Wherever we stand, even people in gold, it really hurts everybody. It hurts everybody apart from the top 1%. The top 1% do not get hurt by this. Everybody else do. So gold, silver, paper money, treasury bills, bonds, and then just be positioned where you want. Again, not a financial advisor, not financial advice. Hope you enjoyed the show, and that was quality. 10 people. Oh, there you go. Oh, yeah, sorry I didn't follow the chat, guys. I'll do it now. Right, let's have a look. Hello. Oh, good morning, Tim. Oh, it's working. Your TV is working this morning. Oh, I haven't checked mine, but I only use mine in the American football season. The trouble is all the servers are being attacked. Hello, Steve. I'll see you later. John, as always, hope you enjoyed the photographs. Look forward to seeing you this week or Friday in Peakies. Reserved first. Have you booked your flight, John? So, hi, Joe. Hope you're well. Looking after your kids. Good man. And anyway, that's about it. Anyone got any questions? Nah. How deep am I into my investments? I've got 2/3 of my money invested, cash invested in my trading account. It's quite a lot. That's it. Anyway, thanks for coming on the show this week, guys, and saying hello and good morning. I think Robert Mack was in earlier. Hello, Robert. How you doing? Hope you're well. Hope you're sorting everything out in the States. And until then, have a fantastic week, everybody. Live your best possible life. Get yourself to Thailand as soon as you can, because this is the best time to be here. Thank you very much for tuning in, and thanks for all the support. Bye.